Do you want to get 50 plus stingers a day? Maybe you're trying to get the demon mask or vicious bee, or you're trying to boost as a white hive, but I'll be showing you guys the best tips and tricks on how to get a ton of stingers fast. Now, starting off with method number one, this is definitely going to be one of the more powerful options. You are going to have to work for this one, but if you do try, this method can get you the most stingers out of everything I'm going to tell you in this video. Now, that's actually going to be using Discord. Now, there's a Discord server called the Speedrun Stingers Discord, and I promise this isn't a promotion and I'm not sponsored or anything, but being dead honest with you guys, if you want to get stingers fast, joining this server is probably one of the best ways. Basically, you just join, and I will put a server link to it in the description. You get the vicious ping roll, and then basically every single time there's a vicious bee, you will get notified and will be given a server link, so that way you can join and defeat the vicious bee. Now, the reason this is tough is because there are a couple thousand other people in the Discord also doing this. So if you want to do this as a manual method, you are just gonna have to kind of sit there or just be ready whenever you're notified to hop onto the game. But if you're up for this, it really is one of the best ways possible to get stingers. Once again, the server link is in the description, but now I want to move on to some of the easier methods. And I definitely have an overpowered method for getting stingers coming up. But first, I actually found this really simple method on how to get a few extra stingers. And that's simply just planters. Because if you didn't know, planters in Cactus Field actually have a decent chance to drop stingers. I think the best way to get them is to actually place a tacky planter in Cactus Field. I don't exactly know if you're guaranteed to get stingers every single time you place a tacky planter here, but the chances are pretty high, and usually you can get anywhere from like 2 to 4 stingers from one tacky planter. This isn't an insane method, but it's something small that you can always run in the background. Now, before I show you guys the most overpowered method to getting stingers, I feel like I should probably really quickly explain how the entire stinger thing works, because the only way you really get stingers is by defeating vicious bees. I mean, there is this stinger dispenser back here, but it's 10 tickets for a stinger, which is probably the worst deal in history. So before I give you guys one of the most overpowered methods, I think it's really valuable for you guys just to know how vicious bees work, because basically what will happen is a nighttime will spawn every time you've been in the game for 30 minutes. So every 30 minutes, there's a nighttime. And there is a small chance, well, not necessarily a small chance, but there is a chance that every single time there is a nighttime, a vicious bee will spawn in either Cloverfield, Spider, Cactus, Rose, Pepper, or Mountaintop Field. So that's just something to keep in mind while you're trying to farm stingers. Now for the best method, and of course, I'm excluding all mobile players on this. I'm so sorry for you guys, but yes, of course, it's macro. And I genuinely mean it. Like, macro is one of the best ways. You basically want to download Natero macro, which is like the best macro. And then you can go to the collect/kill settings, go to kill, and you can do daily vicious bee. And I very highly don't recommend clicking the only daily bonus. Otherwise, it'll only defeat one vicious bee a day. But this basically means that all throughout the day, every single 30 minutes, your player is looking for the vicious bee if it spawns. And basically, this method is how I got 5,000 stingers. I don't usually shout out channels, but if you guys are actually looking for really good guides, I don't make them that much anymore, but I would highly recommend checking out this person on screen. I wish I knew how to pronounce his name, DZLAM, but he does make really high quality guides. And honestly, instead of subscribing to me, I would honestly say to check him out instead, because he'll definitely show you a lot more guides on how to get better at the game than I will. So thank you so much for watching. A link to his channel is in the description as well, and I will see you all later.